Good afternoon. It is almost 20 to 2 on Wednesday afternoon. And I just come from the dollar store. I've stopped at a park here. Thought I'd vlog real quick while I was out and about. I haven't decided if I'm going to go to karate tonight or not, so I thought I'd better vlog now. Hi, how's everybody doing? Anyone who happens to be watching. It is like 20 degrees Celsius out today. And if it was sunny, oh dear shit, I bet you'd be sunbathing somewhere. But it's very overcast and it's a little damp out. But it's still quite nice. We ain't complaining. So, should we maybe get out and sit at the benches there? I didn't bring my cigarettes, sadly, but I didn't plan very well. I don't know. We'll sit here for a minute and then see how we feel. So, it's been a very blah day. I've been waiting around all day for dude to come and look at my fridge. He's come and gone now. I don't know if he's fixed it. He's not sure if he's fixed it. He tinkered around. He reset some stuff and said, watch it and call me. Like, okay. You betcha. Okie dokie. So that's where that's at. Awesome. Sorry, I have an itchy hand. Okay. So once he left, my buddy swung by. I'd put a whiny post out on Facebook about, I hate waiting around for shit. I hate it so much. I had things I could be doing. I really should have done yesterday. It's kind of my bad, but I got caught up in that whole Johnny Depp Amber Heard live court thing. I was watching it on Emily D. Baker's channel, and then I was watching it kind of on the replay. And I had to pause it and go do something. When I came back, the fucking video had been flagged, so she had to take it down. I was so pissed. But I've heard her and others mention this courttv.com, so I went and checked that out and I found it. And I watched it. It was all goddamn day because I would stop it and go out for a cigarette or make dinner or, parent, whatever. So I was up until like 3 o'clock this morning watching that shit. I did nothing yesterday. Nothing I didn't absolutely have to do, like, feed my kids. So I'm very tired today. So stupid. But I got interested. And actually listening to Johnny Depp's sister testify was like watching a train wreck. I was like, oh no, you were doing so well until Cross. Oh no. Like, part of me, I feel, understands what she was trying to say, but then another part of me was like, this looks so bad. Like, this looks so bad. Fuck. And they're doing day 2 today, so I have that queued up at home. I will be watching that as well, as much as I can. I have work tomorrow, so I can't be up all night watching it. But if I don't get through it today, I will be bookmarking it, finishing it later. I want to know. So, it's getting muggy in here. So yeah, I did absolutely sweet nothing. Outside of I got my Christmas decorations down off my porch yesterday. Yes, I did. Off both my porches. And I put out some little Eastery type stuff and, get some color back out on the porches. So. But other than that, I pretty much just watched that trial thing all day because I'm an idiot. But, yeah, so this morning was really slow going. Thankfully, Boo Boo is an absolute godsend, and he had a coffee waiting for me on the kitchen counter when I got up this morning. Love you, Boo Boo. You're one of my 2 favorite sons. So that was awesome. And I just sort of puttered around. I had some dishes to wash and whatever. Didn't want, this guy to come to work on my fridge and find my house to be a complete shambles. So I did that and fiddled around on the socials for a little bit and queued up the trial thing for part 2. And my buddy brought me over a coffee when he seen my bitching on Facebook. Thank you. And as he pulled in, shortly after he pulled in with coffee, Buddy showed up. So it's a good thing I didn't say fuck it and try to make a dash for coffee, because we both would have been pissed. So once he finished up and left, I said to my buddy, I gotta go. I got a text a couple days ago. I took Monkey to the bookstore and he ordered a book and it came in a couple days ago and I forgot all about it. So I said, I've got time before he comes home. It would be a nice surprise for him when he gets home tonight. I said, I'm going to go pick up his book. Eyeliner is running all over the place. My eyes have been watering like mad. I'm going to go pick up his book for him, and I've got some odds and sods that I wanted to get at the dollar store. Some Pop-Tarts and hand soap and whatever. I love the dollar store. So I went and did that. And now I'm here. Debating whether or not I should go to kickboxing tonight. I pulled something in my right leg. Like behind my shin or whatever. I could hardly walk yesterday. I was limping around. It was so bad. It was so bad. It's better today. I'm not limping, but it's still a little tender. I don't know if I should, because I don't know what we're doing. I don't know if we're doing more leg work. I don't know if we're doing, I don't know if we're working upper body. I have no idea. So I don't want to get there and not be able to do anything and have to turn around and go home. Gas is too expensive for that kind of shit. So I may just say fuck it and stay home tonight. Rest up, do some laundry. I have to work tomorrow, so. And then I think tomorrow night, Monkey's dad and stepmom are going to pick him up. They're going to his grandma's for Easter. So they're going to pick him up on the way there tomorrow night. My buddy, I have to call my buddy and remind him my car has a doctor's appointment tomorrow at 10 o'clock. Get the oil changed and all that kind of good stuff. Tires checked and whatever. So my buddy said that he would take the car for me. So I have to remind him. 10 o'clock, my dude. 10 o'clock. So. Oh my goodness. So I guess Friday maybe I'll do all the shit I didn't do the rest of the week. I think Boo Boo's home. I don't know if his place is closed for Good Friday or not. I think most places are. We're not working. We're splitting into 2 teams tomorrow. We're going to do everybody that we would normally do for Thursday, and we're going to do Friday as well on Thursday. So it should be a busy day. So yeah, maybe I'll just do that kind of puttering around on Friday. And then Saturday morning I have to help my brother move his stuff. So I would be so happy if the weather was just like today for Saturday. Like a nice breeze, but no need for layers at all. Like, I'm just wearing a t-shirt today. There's no need for a sweater. It's fucking gorgeous out. But no sun, right? Because I don't want to sweat to death hauling shit. So I don't like sweating. Oh my goodness. So, Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up, yo. How are y'all doing? What you been up to? Nobody comments, so it doesn't matter. But to ask. Try to, you know, try to get people involved. Whatever. People are all out walking their dogs here today. This is a very pretty park in the summer. I mean, everything looks like ass now, but in the summertime, it's a really pretty park. There's lots of little trails. I think there's a dog walking trail around here somewhere. There's several little playground areas, a bunch of pavilions. There's barbecues sporadically. Oh, there's actually one right over there. I would never use them. It's a nice idea in theory, but I wouldn't use them. If I wanted a barbecue in the park, I'd bring a hibachi or something with me. Fuck it. I don't trust that they keep them remotely tidy, so. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's about it. We're gonna do a short one today. I put up a shorts video today too, for shits and giggles. My little kitty friend came to say hi to me while I was out waiting for the repairman. Like, I was snuggling with her like at least a good 10 minutes. My legs are just covered in cat hair. She was even rolling around and let me pet her stomach. She doesn't usually let me rub her tummy. That makes her all like rare, and she, you know, like starts kicking and trying to nibble and stuff. And I don't know her well enough to play with her, like, so I don't go there. But yeah, she let me rub her tummy today. She was even purring. Like, she talks all the time. She does those little like kind of noises and meows, but she was actually purring this afternoon. It was so cute. And she was still there when my buddy showed up. And then when the refrigerator guy came, I had to go in the house for a few minutes, and my buddy petted her a couple times, and then he said she fucked off. She was like, yeah. He's like, yeah, I'm not good enough for her. And I said, no, she's my kitty friend, not yours. We ain't sharing. You never come outside. I'm out here all the time. She comes and loves on me all the friggin' time. We buds. And I needed the cuddles today. I don't know. I was up too late, I guess, and well, I probably got about 6 hours, almost 6 hours. I reset my alarm for 20 after 9, I think, instead of 20 after 8, because there's no way I can't function on less than 6 hours. So I reset it. So I probably got roughly 6 hours. But man, I was feeling it. And I just kind of felt some kind of way this morning. I don't know. It was all kinds of so it just felt really nice, really grounding to just sit there and kind of pet the cat. She makes me happy, so it's silly, but whatever works. And Boo Boo keeps saying, oh, so when are we getting another cat? When are we getting, or a dog? Like, whatever. He just wants a pet. I'm like, nope. We have the neighbors. We have the neighbor's cat. We have a particular squirrel that comes around all the time. We used to have a chipmunk that came around all the time. He had several little holes all around my yard. But my kitty friend killed him last summer. I was so torn. I was upset and I was angry, but I can't get mad because she's a cat and she's doing cat things. But dude, that was my chipmunk friend. And they all used to come around in the mornings, and you know, the squirrel would be screaming at me from the fence, and the chipmunk would be chittering to me from the walkway, and the kitty'd be up loving on me. So I don't need to go out and get another pet. No more babies, no more pets. It's fine. It's fine. I really do. When I'm like retired and home, I want to get me the biggest, dopiest Rottweiler that I can find. I have wanted a Rottie for years. When I got Sassygirl, she was a boxer mastiff mutt. Beautiful, dumb as mud. She was dumb as mud, but she was absolutely gorgeous, extremely loyal, very protective. She was a good girl. I lucked out with her. She was a really good girl. But when I went out and got her, what I was looking for was a Rottie. But I found her, and she was in a little pen, just out on the floor in this like pen. With her brothers and sisters, and she was just putting on such a show. I was like, yeah, no. And there was pugs just on the other side of the room, and I love pugs. They're so cute. They snort. They're like little pigs. Like, oh my God, I love them. And I was originally looking at the pugs just because they're cute. I was petting them and whatever. But then I heard the other dogs, so I walked over, and Sassygirl's up there. She's, shaking her. She had a horribly done tail. It wasn't cropped properly. I don't like the cropping. That's just not cool. But it was half-ass cropped, so she had this nub that she could wag. Wagging her nub, and like her, the whole body's going with her, and she's all huffing and puffing and whining and crying, and I was like, oh, and you're coming home with me right now. So that's how we got Sassygirl. I was not going with the intent to buy an animal. Boo Boo and I had just gotten back from a trip to Niagara Falls. He and I and my mom took a trip for the Canada Day long weekend to Niagara Falls. It was our first and final family vacation. And we had just gotten back. It was like the next day or something. And we were sitting around the house, bored, nothing to do. And I said to Boo Boo, let's take a walk down to the pet store. There used to be a pet store down where we lived when we had the townhouse. And, of course, oh yeah, let's go. So we go. And, yeah, that was my first experience with buying a pet at a pet store. My whole life, we've always gone and adopted from, like, animal shelters and stuff. But I do not regret getting Sassygirl. She was an awesome dog. I love her to pieces. I miss her with all my heart and soul, but I will never, ever even walk into a pet store like that again, like that sells animals. Never. That was a horrible experience. She was so sick when we got her. They told me she had kennel cough. And I took her to a vet to have her checked over. And they were like, okay, kennel cough, fine. So they gave her the meds for the kennel cough. And then, as time went by, she just getting more and more lethargic. And, at first I'm thinking, wow, she's a really good dog. Like she was my first dog. I grew up with cats. I'm thinking, wow, like what a really good puppy. Like she doesn't tear around all over the place. She, like very calm. I was thinking she was very calm. And then as time went on, I'm thinking, this is more like she's lethargic. Like this is weird. But she was eating fine. She was drinking fine. Like, but she wasn't curious about, like, we had a cat. She wasn't curious about the cat. She could care less. Like, And then I was sitting outside at my neighbor's one day, and I had Sassy with me, and she was sitting under my chair in the shade, and she was really panting, but it was a hot day. Like, it was a hot day. And my mom happened to come by, and so we're all sitting in the backyard talking, and she's looking at Sassy, and she's like, that puppy, there's something wrong with that puppy. And my mom was not a dog person. My mom was a cat person. But she was like, yeah, no. She says, you get that puppy, go get your kid, get in my car, we're going to the vet. Okay, well, I do what my mommy says. So picked her up, grabbed Boo Boo, and, you know, we went down to the vet, and they're running all these tests and everything, and I'm thinking, oh fuck, like, it was my first full summer in this town. We had just basically moved here in the spring, and I'm thinking, fuck, like, I can't afford any of this. Like, I'm still getting on my feet. I shouldn't have bought the dog, quite frankly, but I wanted a dog. You know, trying to get on my feet, like, I can't afford a huge fucking vet bill. Like, and I didn't have a credit card. Did I have a credit card? I don't think I had a credit card yet at the time. I did have a credit card. I had just gotten the credit card. And they ran all these tests, and it came back she had pneumonia. She had one lung completely filled with fluid, and the other was roughly half. Like, they showed me on the X-ray. It was insane. I was so fucking mad. So I had the vet. I gave the vet the number of the pet store that I bought her from, and they called them, and they were like, kennel cough what? Like, are you fucking stupid? And they were like, oh, well, we'll take her and we'll nurse her and we'll get her back to health and blah, blah, blah. And we'll give her back to you when she's all better. And I'm like, I might be stupid, but I'm not bloody stupid. Okay, what you're going to do is give me one of her brothers or sisters. That's like, no, that's not going to happen. So they wanted to keep her in the animal hospital, like IV her up and all that kind of, and I was like, fuck, like, I can't afford that. Like, I can't afford that. Like, what's the next best thing that I can do for her? Like, it's pneumonia. Like, they said, well, they gave me an antibiotic that I was actually very familiar with because Boo Boo had been on it a couple of times. It's very fast acting. I said, okay, I want the generic brand because we're not paying full price. Like, if I can get generic for my kids, I get generic for my kids. I don't fucking care. Judge me all you want. My dog is not getting the top of the line antibiotics when I don't do that for my kids. Okay, I can't afford that shit. So she wrote me up a prescription and told me to give her that as prescribed, and Pedialyte. I had to get her Pedialyte. Cool. So basically, I did not, well, I kept her bowl of water down, but basically I had like one of those medicine syringes, and basically because she wasn't strong enough to hold her head up to drink, I was feeding her by hand and giving her syringes of water and syringes of Pedialyte, like, constantly. And within about 2 days, so she was supposed to take it, I think it was something like twice a day. So when I got her home, I gave her first dose. And by the first full day of taking like her 2 full doses, a completely different dog. Completely different dog. She was up and walking around and sniffing everything. She was harassing the shit out of my cat. The cat put her in her place real freaking quick. She learned not to muck with the kitty, okay? The kitty was the boss. And yeah, I mean, she got better and she was 100% fine within like a week and a half. So, because that particular antibiotic works for up to 10 days, continues working 10 days after you finish taking it. So within like a week and a half, she was perfectly fine. I could walk her no problem. She was strong. She was energetic. She was an actual puppy. Like she tore my house apart. But I was so happy. It was like, yay. Because for like a week and a half or so, she was sleeping on my bed, at the foot of my bed, so I could check her. Because I was terrified of, I was crate training her. I was terrified of leaving her in the crate overnight and waking up to a dead puppy. Like, Boo Boo would have lost his fucking shit. So, and Boo Boo wanted her to sleep with him. And I was like, oh, no, honey. I have to keep checking her. And, I was always checking her temperature and whatever. And it's like, I couldn't tell him I didn't want him to wake up and chance that she'd passed, like, on his, oh my God, he'd, like, talk about traumatizing a child. Fuck's sakes. It's like, yeah, no, this is a mama job. Mama takes care of the babies, and that includes the puppies, okay? Like, it's fine. When she's all better, you can feed her and walk her and whatever. I mean, because you got to remember, Boo Boo was like, I think Boo Boo was like maybe 4 or 5 when I got her. So yeah, he would have been like 4 or 5 when I got her. He was 3 when we moved here. So 4 or 5 when I got her. So I mean, like, don't ever buy from a pet store. Lesson learned. Lesson learned. She was such a good girl. But yeah, one day, when I'm home and I have time, because that's the other thing, I have a lot of guilt about that. She didn't get the loving she deserved because I work all the time. I was working more of that. And the kids never really paid much mind to her. I mean, they were broken when I had to put her down. They were absolutely devastated. But realistically, they didn't spend a whole bunch of time with her. Like, they didn't play with her in the yard. They didn't, if we were sitting on the couch together as a family watching a movie or something, she used to come and put her chin on my leg. She wasn't allowed on my couch. Big dog. But she would put her face down on my leg and, we would all pet her and, whatever. But really, I was the one that was petting her and talking to her and loving on her and whatever. But even I couldn't do it as much as should have been done because I was working all the time. So I wouldn't get a cat, who cares? Cats don't give a shit. But I would never get another dog unless I was home. So, give them the attention and the love that they need. I mean, they're like eternal children. They need forever loving. So, yeah, when I retire, which probably won't happen, but that's my dream. When I retire, I want to have me the biggest, dopiest Roddy just to play with and love on and cuddle and ooh. I love Roddies. They're so beautiful. But anyways, oh, look at that. I've carried on way too long. So we're at the 30-minute mark now. So much for a quick video. Anybody who happens to be watching, thank you. I appreciate you. I think I'll put this in my story time thing because we had a little story about my sassy girl. So yeah, take care of yourself and we'll talk later.